lot of content for DLC, so it kind of fell flat on me. Let's continue forwards. And a shocker, maybe not a shocker for those of you who watch my stream, but number 5, Watch Dogs. Yep, Watch Dogs. In Watch Dogs, a lot of the criticism is actually leveled at Aiden being a boring character. But in the story, it's actually the CTOS and the city that's the main character. All the character in the city is all the people walking around and how they just feel alive. Like everywhere you go, you feel like it's a real city, and there's people doing stuff, and the CTOS is out there and it's watching you. And most of the major criticisms are story and graphics in this game, and actually the graphics are really good. Maybe they didn't hit the E3 trailer level of graphics, and maybe the story you expected more. I don't know, but I felt like the CTOS was the main story. The city is the main character. The cover system works. The combat is great. You can race, you can hack, you can shoot, you can puzzle solve. The multiplayer is very innovative. There's many different modes of multiplayer, which will keep you playing the game for probably months, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but probably months. The downside of this game is once you do everything in the game, the multiplayer is not quite enough to keep you going. It'll keep you going a while, but you're basically going to play through this once. There's no choice in the game. You just kind of complete everything on the map and it's over. So that's Watch Dogs. Number 4, PS4. That's right. The best sports game. The best sports game on the console, maybe ever. NBA 2K15. Yes, it's better than 2K14. My career is back. It's not as good, but it is on par. The park is improved. You can sort of join your own crew in the park. You can mess around in there. It's very interesting. My team is still really good. The gameplay is severely improved. They improved rebounding. They improved how the players interact, the animations at the basket. Just a lot of improvements as far as animations go, and just the way that the players interact with each other when they make contact, when they foul, when they pass, all that stuff. And of course there's the face scan. Yes, there's the face scan. And then the downside, the servers. Everybody knows about the servers sucking at launch. That's okay. That's okay. But the face scan, you laugh at it, but it's actually a feature. I think it's a feature. It hypes you up to see your face in the game every time you boot it up. So let's take a break real quick before we get into the top 3 games. I have to say that I feel like this year was a pretty good year for video games in general, especially console. I'm glad that a lot of PS4s were sold. It means that 2015 is going to be really good. You all know what's coming out in 2015. And so it was a good year overall. Even though you're going to see in my top 3 there are 2 remakes, but they are the best value for your dollar. So let's get into it. Grand Theft Auto 3. 3? I meant 5. That's the last Grand Theft Auto I played. Grand Theft Auto is just high quality all around. Presentation, music, everything. The story, the graphics is upgraded, the multiplayer is upgraded. You could do. There's so much to do in the game. It's just insane. There's open world everywhere. There's just everything is there in the game to do. It really makes you feel like you're in that world, and it's just really good. I can't say anything about it that's bad, other than the online is a little undirected. You don't really know what you're supposed to do to really keep the game going after you've played through it once. But again, this is a title you play through once. It's that simple. And actually all three of my top three are like that, but they're just so super intense and super involved that you just really feel like playing through them a lot. Maybe a second even, just to try to, maybe you missed something, or maybe you had you played through a certain way and you want to try a different way. That's just the way it is. I mean, in this game, it's like everything is there for you to pretty much sandbox, play around, and just be a douchebag. It's a douchebag simulator. Everybody knows what Grand Theft Auto is, and this is the best one yet. At number 2, I've got The Last of Us Remastered. This game should be number 1. The only reason it's not number 1 is because it's a remake. I know that sounds bad, but let's try that back. It's a remake. I mean, that's the only thing holding it back, really. That, and I feel like the multiplayer's not quite good enough for you to play through multiple times, maybe on a higher difficulty. There is the grounded difficulty in the remastered version, which is super hard. The story is amazing. This is the best story in a video game ever. The character development is amazing. The DLC is included in this purchase, and you get the 60 FPS and the 1080p. It's just extreme value for your dollar, and it's only $50 instead of $60. So, you know, they knock off a little bit of the price to get you in there. One playthrough, is that a downside to this? I don't know. It could be considered a downside. I don't think that you're going to hate yourself if you don't play through this more than once. The multiplayer is surprisingly good. My boy Blue! The multiplayer is surprisingly good in this game. It actually connects to Facebook and makes like your followers your Facebook friends. It's kind of weird, but that's not really a reason to play multiplayer. It's just I like the listening system, the stealth system in multiplayer is actually really good. The crafting is still there, and they made it feel good without breaking the base mechanics too much. This game feels like it's open world without actually being open world. It sends you in a direction and just pushes you and pushes you and pushes you, and you can't put it down. You just have to finish it. It's amazing. If you haven't played this game, wow. This game should be number 1. It would be number 1 in a normal year, but it's a remastered version. So that brings me to my number 1 game for this year, Dragon Age Inquisition. That's right. RPGs are back. Sort of. Dragon Age, it's really good. Graphics wise, top notch. The story is really good, including one of the best quest lines ever. I believe it's it's the Grand Ball quest. I'm not gonna try not to spoil it, but it's basically it incorporates combat with decision making, with time management, with puzzles, with key locked key rooms, with exploration, with it combines everything together in this big quest line that's just epic as hell, and then ends with like, however you want to end it. Do you want to kill everybody? Do you want to tell everybody off? Do you want to let everyone live? Do you want to just? I mean, it's just crazy all the choices you have. Your customization is crazy. Your the way you can create your character, the way you can customize your castle. Even your mounts, you can have multiple mounts in this game, which I didn't expect at all. Your builds, you can have a two-handed warrior who also, you know, just crazy at defense. You can have a mage that throws fire and barriers. The RPG elements are all there. You can min-max your gear. You can try different builds. You can control each character. A little lacking on the AI programming, but again, I don't believe in AI programming. You should be able to play every character, and you can. The environments are amazing. You will want to explore every nook and cranny. And you will really, really enjoy this game. If you're an RPG fan, you have to buy this game. You have to buy it for your PS4. Fetch quests are a downside. I've seen multiple threads also attack the story in this game, which I don't understand, but the story is amazing. Yeah, it's demons and portals. So what? I mean, there are dragons to kill and tame. The fetch quests, I don't look at them as fetch quests. Yes, it's go get me this and bring it back, but a lot of the fetch quests are designed to basically be breadcrumb quests where they send you out to a spot on the map that you haven't actually been to before. Do they have to do that in this game? I don't think they have to. I think the map itself is enough to make you want to explore, but the fetch, you could call them fetch quests, but they're really breadcrumb quests that get you out in the world into areas you haven't been before, and you have a reason to go there. I need to get meat for the village. I need to find stupid lady's ring that she lost again. It's kind of an RPG staple, and that's how I feel about it. Basically, in closing, I mean, the top 10 games, pretty good actually this year. Yeah, there's 3 remakes in there, and you could say, wow, the 3 of the best top 10 games on PS4 are remakes from PS3. And you might say, well, that's a bad year for gaming. I mean, come on, where's Destiny? Where's Transformers? Where's Madden? Where's Call of Duty on this list? Where's you know what about Far Cry 4? Um, uh, what's the other? Killzone. What about those? What happened to Knack? Um, MLB The Show. Oh goodness. Yeah. In some cases, there were bad games. I mean, Assassin's Creed Unity um, and Transformers are really, really bad games. I mean,